Hey everyone, welcome to BP, welcome to the channel. Please remember to subscribe and like if you find this content interesting. Let's get on with today's subject. Okay, yesterday I went and bought a couple of t-shirts. This is one of them. It looks absolutely fantastic. Went to the local Triumph dealer and got a couple of t-shirts in readiness for a potential trip in April 2024. Currently, it's February 2024. No, it's March. It's March 2024, and I'm in the UK. Whilst I was there buying these t-shirts, and this is just a couple of t-shirts for the trip, I saw a lady testing out the size of a motorcycle for her. She was sat on a Triumph 900 Tiger, and she was probably about 5'2" in height, maybe a bit taller. And I was watching from sort of 10-15 foot away this lady getting on this motorcycle and trying to lift it off its side stand. She struggled to lift it off its side stand, so one of the guys helped her, and there she was, now off the side stand, tiptoeing on one foot. And she's there trying it out, and she's really confident and and all this good stuff. And I thought to myself, the first thing that came to my head was, and this is no slagging off of the lady, the first thing that came to my head was the channel Doodle on a Motorcycle. So, Doodle on a Motorcycle is promoting something that is really, really dangerous. And I really need to reach out to her and say that 80-90% of short riders, generally female, yes, should not be riding bikes. Short riders should not be riding bikes where they can't touch the ground with both feet. I'm talking 90%. The other 10% are experienced riders, be them female or male, yeah, who know what they're doing, yes? But the 90% of riders just go to work and back and then go out for a ride on a Sunday. And if you can't touch the ground with both feet, you are an accident waiting to happen. Comment below if you disagree with me. Comment below. So this lady, she's there and she's struggling to reach for the floor. She's off the seat slightly, her bum's slightly off the seat so she can touch the floor with one tiptoe. And she's there going, she's convincing herself, probably having watched Doodle on a Motorcycle, yeah, that this bike is for her. And I'm thinking, you know, she's going to come up to a traffic light, she's going to come up to a T-junction, she's going to put her foot down and the bike's going to drop. And I've seen this before. Last year, I saw another short rider, ironically female, and it's nothing to do with females here, but you know, she came up to a T-junction and as soon as she stopped, the bike went straight on its side. And I ended up having to get off my bike and help her pick the bike up. Yeah. It could easily have been a gentleman. It could have been a guy. But what Doodle on a Motorcycle is promoting is female riding. That's great. She's also promoting getting the biggest bike you can, so that you can ride without being able to touch the floor. That's not great. What she's actually doing is promoting dangerous riding, yes, and safety. When it comes to motorcycles, safety comes first. Safety comes first. So. And she's actually said that, you know, on her training, on her early parts of her training, that the guys that were training her said that you should always be flat-footed on the on the motorcycle. That may or may well not be true, but you should be able to touch the ground with 2 feet. I agree with that. Yeah, be that tiptoeing, yes, but touching the ground with 1 foot, or having to slide your bum to the side to be able to touch the ground with 1 foot, is not the best approach for 90% of riders. For the other 10%, not a problem. They've got loads of experience and can handle it and know exactly what they're doing. But 90% of riders are just normal people that take normal journeys and enjoy the ride on a motorcycle. I'd love to know what your thoughts are on this. Comment below. I will link in the description to a couple of videos that Doodle on a motorcycle is showing, and on this particular subject. And I think her channel is wonderful, and I think her channel is wonderful in promoting motorcycles for female or women or ladies or whatever we call them now. Yeah, I don't know what we call them now. It's such a strange situation in 2024. No wonder aliens don't visit this planet. We're a bit bizarre at the moment. But I think she's doing a wonderful job of promoting motorcycles for female riders. I think she's doing a great job. And I love her content. It's so funny sometimes. It's so funny. And I recommend that you go and subscribe to her channel and watch her content if you don't know it. Doodle on a motorcycle. That's what her channel's called. She's a lovely lady from America. But she is promoting what I would class as dangerous riding or unsafe riding. And I witnessed that yesterday. I could see this lady getting onto the bike, struggling with the size of this Triumph Tiger 900, and actually satisfying herself that this was the bike for her, when it obviously was not. The sales guy, not a problem. He just wants to sell. He just wants to sell. He doesn't care what happens when that bike is rolled out onto the street and handed over to the new rider. He doesn't really care. And I understand that. I'm not disputing that. What I'm disputing is this lady that I saw yesterday has obviously seen content where they're promoting shorter riders to get big bikes that they just can't touch the ground with. And it's a bit bizarre. And I've seen this. I've seen it, as I have explained earlier. I've seen it where someone came up to a T-junction and just dropped the bike. They just dropped it. Yeah? No struggle, it just fell over. And I'd love to know what your thoughts are on this. I mean, I've got the Tiger 900, great machine, would highly recommend it, no problems. But I can touch the floor with both feet, and I'm 5'9", 5'10". I think I'm getting shorter now in my older age. And I've got something like a 30 or a 31 inch inside leg. Yeah. And sometimes that bike feels a bit big for me. Yeah. So, especially when I don't ride it a lot. Yeah. If I ride the BSA a lot and then come back to the Tiger, it feels ginormous. It feels massive. And then I have to ride it for a couple of days to get used to the bike again. If you don't use it, you lose it. And I'm a firm believer of that. So I'd love to know what your thoughts are on this particular matter. Go and have a look at Doodle on a motorcycle. She's lovely. She's a great person. She's a great person, and she's got great content. She really has got great content. But she is promoting something that I would suspect is quite unsafe. In fact, it's downright dangerous. And she's promoting to riders that if you're short in the leg, don't put it off. Don't make that thing put you off getting a big bike. Don't get a bike that's too big for your inside leg. Always make sure that you're well planted on the ground. You don't have to be flat-footed, but you do need to be able to touch 2 feet on the ground. Of course, if you're on a motocross bike, then you should know what you're doing. And it's inevitable that on a motocross bike, with the ramped up rear suspension, you will be touching the ground with 1 foot. That's a different kettle of fish. That's the 10%. Yeah? Not the 90%. And she's promoting 90% of the population or potential new riders. I'd love to know what your thoughts are. Comment below. Don't forget to subscribe if you thought this was useful. Don't forget to like if you thought this was useful. Ride safely. Be kind to everyone. You don't know what their story is. And we'll take it from there. Have a great day. See you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.